everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Magic Square MS-B55 Space Shuttle, their version of the Combaticon Blastoff. You can see him there in front of his box. We'll put him off to the side, and again, box has got a very bowed bottom. But you can see once again, it's a very G1 toy art style box, which again, I got to think that I feel like they gone backwards, but hey, that's just me. With a nice little picture of Blastoff Space Shuttle, which is, yeah, that's the name. That's really, phoning it in. But yeah, you got that, the whole purple and orange thing, warning, choking hazard, Magic Square, and all that stuff. On the front here, on the top, you have the Magic Square logo. On the side, you have Magic Square and another bit of artwork. On this side, you have Magic Square and hey, don't eat this, or actually no small children recycled and whatnot. On the bottom, you have warnings and barcodes, again, only for people 16 and older, and choking hazard, blah, blah, blah. And on the back, of course, you have a nice picture of the space shuttle about to land, I guess, and Magic Square, and yeah, the tech spec thing, if you like. And in the box, you have the instructions, which are folded up and are okay, I guess. And the nice thing is they include all the instructions for all the combiner stuff as well, which is finally a thing they show, which confirms most of what people already knew at this point. But hey, it's nice to actually have something, even again, if they're not the greatest instructions in the world. And of course, you have the bio card, which, yeah, it's a nice little card right there. Looks like that, like the box. And on the back, you have, again, the tech specs and the outline of the space shuttle and all that stuff. And again, it's weird. It's the second time I can think of in recent memory where a combiner set happens and the last member has just a really just unimaginative name. Like, I'm not going to dock it points, but still, it's like kind of weird. Anyway, Space Shuttle. The version of Blastoff. You can see him there. I'm going to drop this camera down because he's small. And you can see him there looking up close. You see, he's got the animation error head, so he's got the purple visor crest thing as his eyes instead of just gray eyes. Yeah, so just looks like really sunken in cheekbones or something. And yeah, kind of odd looking, but that's the cartoon. You got the purple, the three bits right there. You got some of the gray, grounds and grays. You got the kind of pseudo shuttle forward bit things. Well, not pseudo, it is the shuttle forward, but yeah, you got that. All that stuff kind of looks like gloves of sorts, more gray and brown, and the fake wheels down here, the purple thruster feet. You got the wings chilling out there and everything. Got the brown back and everything, and I'll get into a little bit about the fin here because yeah, there's a bit going on with that as far as I can tell. Anyway, decent looking robot. Looks very cartoonish, including the parts that a lot of people really don't like because it's one of those things like, no, this is too much accuracy, which is, yeah, the head. There you go. Looks real nice. A real nice solid end point for the combiner. Good way to end it all. The whole thing was this guy. Anyway, he also comes with a little brown gun. Just kind of little brown pistol thing with a kind of a sight and some detailing, but it's just brown. Pegs in his hand pretty straightforwardly. There you go. Got some other accessories, but of course I'll show them off a little bit later. Because, yeah, those are for the combined mode. But, yeah. Looks overall pretty darn good, in my opinion. Now, the thing is about here. In the show, in the cartoon, he had the fin, the little tiny fin on his back. They'll kind of let you do that. See, this fin right here is just kind of exposed. You can unpeg it. We're going to have an instruction to show you, hey, make sure to peg this in. And it's like it comes pegged on there when you get out of the box. But as far as I can tell, this slot does nothing, and this tab does nothing except in this mode. What you need to do, well, you got to actually get this ring part kind of jammed into this slot here, and then slot this in right here, and you pretty much kind of have that. I mean, you could fully extend that, although it's a little bit much, I feel, when you extend it fully, but yeah, you kind of have the fin on the back if you do that. I mean, again, you have to jam this in. Of course, part of the reason that you probably have to jam this in is because you probably had to cut away plastic, because that's one big issue is good chance that this right here, this is for the combine mode or the slot. You might be able to see some tooling marks on there. That's because I had to cut away excess plastic because, yeah, there's a mold flash or whatever in there that's just kind of blocking it up. Like there's a bit of, you see this T on the narrow part? There's just plastic going all the way down the channel. So I had to cut that all away with an X-Acto knife. And this seems, I thought it was just the cartoon version, but apparently no, the IDW version is affected as well because yes, full disclosure, I already have the IDW version in hand, and I'm going to be doing that real quick. But I thought it was just the Toon version because my IDW version didn't have the mold flash, but other people reported that IDW versions do have the mold flash. So it seems to be just very haphazard of whether or not you get it. So just if it does happen, X-Acto knife, you're done, good to go for the combined mode. You don't try to just jam it onto the combined mode anyway. Just cut that away first. And I didn't do the greatest job either. I'm going to have to try to go in there, maybe clean that up a bit or whatever, or have just warn the other person that I sell it to or whatever that they'll have to clean it up, because I'm not going to probably keep this one because I prefer the IDW version. Anyway, getting off that little tangent. I guess going into posability, head, ball joint. So goes up real far, can't really go down, left and right, a little bit of waggle, not a whole lot. The platform can raise up though. The platform itself, you can also make him go up, look up and down a little bit with the platform it's on. Shoulders on ball joints, so you got full rotation there, you got outward, and there's a hinge there as well, so you can get really far outward as well. You do have a bicep swivel up here, although that's kind of off-center more for transformation. You have a swivel below it as well. You do have this. There's a pin. Again, I believe it's more for transformation, but you do have that if you need it for some reason. Elbow bend is decent in its own right. You get about that much bend, a little over 90 degrees, not a whole lot. The wrists are on ball joints. You can see them right there. So you do have rotation and not a whole lot of wiggle, but a little enough, I guess, for something. But you do have rotation. The waist is on a rotation as well, nice and free. There's an ab crunch, goes about that far. Hips, forward that far. Back this far with the plate in the way. If you get the plate out of the way a little bit, well, you get nothing really. The plate's there and it won't get out of your way. Get that much outward, which looks nice. You got a thigh swivel. Works real well. Knees are double jointed, although you're going to have to kind of deal with all this stuff on the back of the calves because, yeah, just nature of things. But, you do have more than 90 degrees. You just kind of have to fiddle a bit to get a good-looking knee bend. And down here at the feet, you do have ankle tilts, which go that far. You can use this as a support strut of sorts for some poses if you need it. And the toes can go up and down a little bit, mostly down. They can go down, up and down a little bit, so mostly transformation, but you can still use that. And I guess you can adjust the placement of the knee if you want. There you go. Good posability. Looks good in a lot of poses. Only thing I wish this kind of tabbed in a little more solidly. Comes loose real easily, but not the end of the world. So yeah, quick comparison. Of course, the team's all here, so we're going to get the whole team out. Heavy gunner. Heavy gunner. Whoops. Here's munitioner. Off the side here. Here's night tracer. And here's tornado. And there's the team. Look pretty good together, I'd say. And here he is with the Iron Factory version of Blast Off. I'm going to stand. I don't know. Oh, there we go. It's a bit shorter. Different colors. Also more toyish, but hey. There's your comparison there. So that is Space Shuttle's robot mode. Again, looks great. We're really liking it. And yeah. So I guess go ahead and transform him to his shuttle mode. First get this gun out of his hand. Put that off to the side for now. Now, to transform him to shuttle mode, first thing you want to do is at these hands. And this part is a little tricky because easy to do, well, easy to understand, but unfortunately, it fought me a lot. I had to break it in a bit. But all right, here, there's this little thing. You have to open that up, and I use the hand as leverage. Yeah, open that up like that. Take the hand on the ball joint, move it down like this, rotate this out, move the hand up all the way, and then close this back up like that. So then up here, what you want to do is you want to take this joint right here. You want to rotate this around 180. You see that's a little off like that. Then you can rotate this bit on. Again, this is where you rotate this around, and then using this joint, it kind of helps a little bit. I believe this was for you can use this and then tab this in like that, like so, and then bring it up and rotate it around like that, and just can't leave it there. Same thing on this side. Open this up. bring this forward, rotate the nose out, rotate this inward, close this back up, like so. And here, go ahead and rotate this around below the shoulder, like so. Rotate this around, and then bring it up and tab it into place, like that. And then bring this up like this, and kind of hold it like that. Now here, the head, what you want to do is take the head and untab this, then bring these bits out right here. Then right here on the head, you want to fold this panel up like that. Then you bring this forward and this back. Now here you want to bring this up, and then bring this out, and then rotate it around 180 like this. You bring this bit up, and you bring these parts out like so. Bring that out, bring this up, and then slide it, and it'll tab in like that. This part right here, you want to bring this, there's a little thing in here, you want to bring this forward and out, and then bring this panel out, and just kind of bring it all the way out like this. Then you can go ahead and bring these back forward and leave this bit back. Also, while you leave it back, just tab this in right here like that. Leave that back, and then bring these bits forward, and then you go ahead and bring the sides back in. Bring the sides back in, bring the head in, and this will tab back over like that. Then you can bring the arms forward, and make sure you use those ball joints and the hinges and everything. Bring those forward. So if sitting flush here, peg them together like so. Bring this down right here, and tab it all in like so. Make sure it's tabbed in all the way. Then bring this up, and this will tab in right there like that. And that's the upper half pretty much done. Down here at the legs and stuff, you want to bring this tip skirt, you want to untab it and bring it out like this, and then go ahead and bring these panels out like so. Kind of leave it up like that for now, so it's not too in the way. Then down here, what you want to do is take the feet, and then take the feet and bring them down like this, so you then have room to untab this panel on the front of the leg. Untab that. Then slide this whole panel out right here, like that. This gives you more room, so you can do more stuff. So yeah, and also bring the wing down like this. And bring this up, and bring this part outward. And that, you want to line up the wing and this bit, and this will kind of tab in like that. Kind of leave it like that for now. Right here, you want to open this up. To do that, you want to bring this back and unfold that. Bring this part up, and then go ahead and bring this panel out. Bring this panel out right here, and then bring this panel inside this out as well. So come out. And bring this panel out right here like that. Now back here, you want to go ahead and bring this booster out, and then the feet are a little annoying because on mine they're a little tight. You want to bring this down right here and bring this up and around like this, and then you want to rotate this part right here. You see that it's multiple rotation points. You want to rotate this part as well, and this is the parts on mine is a little tight and annoying, but it can be done. Bring it like that, so it looks like that, and then right here, make sure also the leg is slid back like that. You want it looking like that, if you can see that. Then you want to bring this all down, make sure this part's a little up a little bit, this gives it a little easier. Then you can slide this back in and re-tab it all. There's tab it right here, these hook tabs right here, and there's this tab right here. You want to make sure to tab in all three of those places. Like so. Make sure it tabs in everywhere. Be a little futzy sometimes when you're dealing with that. Noticed that tab particular. Get that all tabbed in like that. And then close this panel up right here. And make sure it's all tabbed in. Yeah, make sure that's all tabbed in, make sure it's all straightened out, and like kind of have the wing sitting like that for now, and we'll come back to it later because we're going to do the other leg now. So again, this is probably something I should have done in the beginning, but yeah. This leg, bring the knee back like that. Then again, bring this down like this and open up this panel. Slide this out. like so. Now bring this up. Yeah, bring out the wing, and then of course rotate this outward and tab that in right there. Have that ready to go. What the heck is this leg doing? Stay like that. And right here, you open this up, bring this out, and bring this panel out. Bring that panel out like that. And close that back up like so. Take this booster, rotate it outward, and again rotate the foot around and there, and right there, and also right here. And please cooperate, thank you. Yeah, I was having some issues earlier with that moving. But yeah, then close that back up, and you close these all back up and make sure to tab it all in properly. Come on, cooperate. There we go. Then there we go. That's what's the problem. Then go ahead and tab this and close that up right there. Now, go ahead and bring the legs together, like so. Just bring that, straight this back, and tab them all. Tab it all together. Tab that all together. Make sure this tabs together as well. Make sure it's all tabbed together everywhere. Now this part is a little weird because it sometimes fights for no good reason. Anyway, this right here, you want to bring this down. This will tab in right there. It's a keyed tab, so you have to tab it in from the top, like so. This will tab in from underneath, and it probably won't stay tabbed in particularly well, at least in my opinion. Now, the instructions tell you to do it like with these panels down. I find what happens is this winds up pushing this in, so I like to keep it up for now, and then take this purple panel, and this, you know, untab this from the side, and this will tab into the leg, and there's a hook tab at the front and everything for that. Make sure it slips under this panel as well, because this panel also likes to, and this panel also likes to, so bring it down like this and tab that into the side. Do the same thing on this side. Bring this from the side, tab that in, like so, and then you go ahead and bring this panel down, bring this one up to tab that all in, and then make sure to hold this on this side and then tab it in right here using that hook tab right there, like that. And then that should just hold that up like this, and you can tab it all together, like so. Make sure to adjust those. And then up here, you want to take these panels and bring them forward, and they'll tab in underneath. And bring this forward, and it'll tab in. Bring this panel forward, and it'll tab in underneath, like so. Again, make sure to just straighten everything out as you need to. And then right down here, you can take this this right here, this landing gear. You just take that and bring that out, and there you go. There's Space Shuttle in his Space Shuttle mode. And yes, the Shuttle mode is once again a purple and brown and blackish, grayish shuttle, like the original cartoon. Oddly enough, they use kind of multiple shades of brown here, I believe because of weirdness where they misinterpreted some shading from the cartoon, because this happens sometimes. But it still looks pretty decent overall. You got this nice purple cockpit thing right there. Just a bit of light purple paint there. You got, you know, all that stuff. You got some detailing in the shuttle. Not a whole lot, though. The landing gear is molded in. Doesn't roll at all. So, you know, you just kind of slide it across and everything. But it looks like a shuttle, all right. Kind of a weird looking shuttle. It's brown and purple. That's unusual, but it looks like a shuttle. So there you go. There's only 4 boosters in the back and not 5. And there's kind of gapping, but you know, it's kind of, at this scale, I'm kind of okay with that. As for gun storage, there kind of is something there. There's a peg hole here, and you can do this. Looks dumb, but you can do it. The people have, you know, found ways to, you know, jam it into empty spots. I'm not all about that really for the most part, but yeah, official storage, that's your official storage. But yeah. It is a pretty good looking shuttle overall. Cleans up pretty well. Although again, there's this hollow bit. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. So yay. Overall still looks good though. I guess doing some comparisons now. Here he is with the Iron Factory version of Blast Off. You notice the bit of a size difference. Also, again, I think I mentioned this, but yeah, my Blast Off doesn't stay tabbed together nicely. This one. Anyway, also different shades of brown and everything. So that. And of course, here's Blast Off with all the other Combaticons. There's Heavy Gunner, Munitioner, Night Tracer, and Tornado. You can see that the lineup is here. They're all done. They're ready to go. Yep. Now, getting into this a little bit more stuff. I'm just going to put these guys in the background right now. For now, other thing is he comes with, well, the legs for Bruticus. You can see the gray ones here, including the weird, only one leg has wheels on it for some reason. Also comes with the hand, which we'll get into more of that a little bit later. And also the gun, which looks like basically a bigger gray version of, well, his own pistol. But yeah, the thing is, there is a base mode of sorts. That's what I'm bringing up. It's kind of a launch pad thing, but and the hands can store away, which a lot of people haven't figured out yet, apparently. But you'll need, of course, all the other bits. Like, you know, here's the chest shield, which I like, you know, turn the head around like that. And right here, there's a tab here, and there's a slot here, and there's a tab here, and you kind of put those together like that. Kind of put the head around just for the sake of, you know, hiding stuff. So there's that right there. Now, on top of that, there's also the little ramps things. Yeah, I knew there were ramps, but on this, what you do is there's little slots right here, and you tab that in like that. And like that to do that. And then the feet, they have little tabs on the sides right here. And those get in the slots on the hip skirts like that. And like so. And the chest piece right here, there's these little things, you notice they're asymmetrical. Those go over the bits on the legs. Unfortunately, on mine, at least I'm not sure if this is going to be a common thing, but this T tab right here, this tabs in just fine and size solid. This one does not tab in worth beans. So yeah, you can just tab that in ostensibly on both of them, but it doesn't really work on both of them. And then you're supposed to get this part rotated. Of course, the problem is it's very stiff. Get this rotated and all that stuff, and same with this side. Very stiff if you don't have leverage from, say, having a combiner piece attached to it. And of course, that came undone. But yeah, and then you tab that in like that. And again, it's on mine. The T side is secure. This side doesn't really do much of anything. It doesn't even really go in all the way. And I don't know if that's like, yeah, it kind of doesn't really work on this side. But this is enough to hold it in place. And the fists, I found, this has an extraneous little peg. There's no reason for that peg. And it's because they go in, this is what these little holes are for on the back of the feet. You just peg those in however you wish. And this one has two pegs because of how it tabs and pegs into him. You just kind of peg those up right there. And they're just kind of chilling out back there. I guess you can find a way to, like, you know, get them out of the way a bit. If you like, just kind of, you know, make it less obvious there's kind of hands chilling out back here somehow or another. And there you go. There's the little base mode, launch mode base thing. You can, you know, do this sort of thing. That fold away. You can do this sort of thing. Kind of have, you know, that going on. Fortunately, I can't find anywhere to put this. At least I can't find anywhere to put, like, you know, the tabs, the tab in. I was hoping for, like, find another slot that I could. I couldn't find anything. If anyone finds anything, let me know. I can't find anywhere to tab this doesn't look stupid or get in the way. But yeah, you kind of have a launch base thing. Again, it's not the greatest looking, but hey, you can have your, you know, Combaticons chilling out around it in either mode. Although again, you know, it's mostly for this, but. You can have them guys chilling out around it, you know, all that stuff. And it's kind of obvious it's bits of robot and whatnot. But, you know, it's fine. Again, I like the effort they put into at least making it do something. You know, it does something at least. They don't just, you know, it's not just a big old framework that just sits off to the side. It does something. It's not in the instructions weird enough, but it's not hard to figure out. It's there. It works, kind of, but it's not amazing. But hey, it is something. And that's, I think, better than nothing. So there you go on all that stuff. I'm going to disassemble this off screen. I'll probably disassemble as I take it off. Because we are going to finally go into combined mode, which is actually pretty straightforward for the most part. Let's see. How do I want to start this? First off, yeah, take this and untab those and fold those up. Untab these bits and fold those up like so. Get under here then, and then take this panel and untab that and tab that in back here. Untab it from here and then tab it in back there. Go ahead and push this part down and push this part. Move this part up. Separate that and then go ahead and split the back half like so. Now with the legs here, again, you want to go ahead and untab this and then slide this out. Make sure that's out of the way, and then go ahead and right here you want to bring this up, fold this panel in, and then fold this away like so. Fold that back down like that. Now here what you want to do is bring this out, fold this away, and this part right here you want to fold this back around. You want to use those both those hinges and fold this back around, basically back to how it was for foot mode, except you're going to flip it all the way in like this. You're going to flip it all the way in and close that up right there. See, now it's hidden away. Now bring this back down. I'm going to go ahead and right here untab this and fold that back in and fold this back in right here. You know, bring this back down, and this right here, you want to collapse the leg, and there's a hinge right here. You want to collapse the leg in right here like that, and then bring this in right here on the slider. Make sure, again, tabs in everywhere. Make sure it tabs in every place, and then close this back up right here, and that's pretty much one leg done like that. On this side, you want to go ahead and bring this forward like that, and then do pretty much the same other stuff. Untab this, open that up, slide this out, like so. Open this part up, close this up right there. Oop, get out of the way, wing. Close that up, close this up right here, bring it back down. Take this, untab this right here, close that up. Fold it back into right there. Collapse the leg in right here, the upper leg down here like this. Take this part, fold the booster in, take this and use both hinges and rotate it fully around like this. So it's sitting here, and then close that back up, and then you can then slide this in. Make sure it tabs in everywhere it needs to, like this. Then close this up right there. Close that up right there. And right here, you want to take these bits right here and bring this back up so you can then fold this back in and tab this right here. There's a slot here and everything. Tab that in right there. And then tab these together. Now, right up here, you want to also take the landing gear, fold that away, rotate this around 180, like so. And if you want to really be prepared for combining, you want to also open up this part right here, which is a pain on mine. I have to usually just spudger, but yeah, open this part up right here because that's the railing. That's where it's going to slide. You want to get that prepared like that, like so. And then the fist. You see, there's 2 pegs and 2 tabs, and there's 2 slots and 2 holes, and just kind of put that in like that, and you're pretty much ready to go for combined mode. This will then close back up and everything, and you know this. Then you'll put this on and you'll close this back up, and that will be the combined mode. And yeah, that's the combined mode and everything, and there you go. And yeah, it sure is an arm that looks like a shuttle, isn't it? Not really much to say about this as of now. We'll talk more about it in the combined mode stuff. I will say it does attach very securely once you get the excess mold flash out of there. But yeah, we'll talk about more about this stuff in the combined mode. But in the combined video. But yeah, real quick one comparison. Of course, here's the Iron Factory version, just for the sake of it. Does things very differently. Actually, I got this backwards. There we go. Does things a bit differently, but you can see the general shape of it. So yeah. So that is Magic Square's Space Shuttle. It's a good figure, for sure. As a standalone figure, I say it's still pretty good. It's got a fairly, by Magic Square standards, fairly simple. On the simpler end of the things of the Combaticons, the transformation's definitely on the simpler end of things. It's got a good-looking robot, except for maybe the face is one that maybe not a lot of people like, and they're going to have to buy the IDW version if they want the good head or repaint it. The shuttle looks like a shuttle for the most part. It's kind of, again, the weird thing of like a shuttle's usually aren't this color, but whatever. Still looks pretty like a shuttle. The only thing I would maybe complain about is there's some holes in some gaps in it, but that's not really a problem. And yeah, it's a pretty straightforward transformation that's not really particularly hard at all. The only thing is the legs might be a little fiddly just because you have to kind of explode them out to collapse them back together. And sometimes stuff will not want to cooperate, but it's not too hard to deal with, in my opinion, once you get used to it. So yeah, overall, it's a pretty solid figure. I got it for $60 from Show Z. It's a good figure. It's, again, nice and posable and everything. And it feels solid. And yeah, the standalone's great, and of course, if you're this far in on the Combaticons, you're getting him some way. Although there was a bit of a thing where apparently there was a bit of a lower production run than normal for the first batch. They are making more, so some people were freaking out because I pre-ordered it and I didn't get it. Blah blah blah. I get that, but it'll be available. Don't worry. So yeah, it's a good toy, and it's a good value. And of course, if you're this far in the Combaticons, you won't be disappointed. It's not the weird thing. Oh man, the final member sucks. All of them are pretty darn good. Still think my favorite might be Tornado, though. Or maybe Night Tracer, I'm not sure. But there you go. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social medias in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.